I'm going for Belotti personally. He's on a free transfer, and I know he scores goals.
No, so the first game this
Okay.
weekend is
Okay.
Everton Villa. Villa at home.
Yeah, Villa's winning that. Villa's winning that. I'll say 3-1.
I think a draw, you know. I
I
think
say
they're both so poor.
same.
No, I would.
I
You
think I
see with
backed Villa to win last time, to be fair. And
you see with Villa. Did Tyrone Mings play the last game? Did he play?
No, I don't think he did.
Oh, that's
No.
I
that's
think he
good.
might have been subbed on. Apparently, there's talks of a rift between him and Gerrard, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there is.
Gerald
'Cause-
benched him and took his captaincy.
yeah,
I
there
didn't blame
is.
the captaincy. So no, I think it's going to be 1-1.
Wait,
I'm going for a draw.
They've got who they got in the defense now? I think they got Conta. I went to school with Conta as well. Believe it or not. It's mad. But
Yeah, I think he's their starting.
Yeah.
I think he's their starter.
He's better than
he
Mings
was.
anyway.
Yeah, he was in my class. Mad. Anyway, back to
So I'm going 1-1. Dan, what do you say, Dan?
3-1 Villa.
nil. I think it's gonna be
You're
nil.
going 0-0. Don't worry, I'll go back through this and track them down again and then keep score.
Everton are decent. Like Everton against Chelsea, like it will be in the midfield was ripping us apart. So I think
to be quite honest, I think Everton does well against big teams, but I think in general they're just gonna get murdered. And I personally think they're gonna get relegated. Personally,
that was my pick. OTC and G just didn't actually give. I think they was waiting for the transfer window to be closed before they gave theirs.
No,
Yeah, because I think
you can still say no. You can still say what you think.
No, because I think
when it closes, you can change it.
Now, one of the teams, I think it was Fulham. I don't know which team it was.
I think I went with Bournemouth, Fulham, and Everton.
I think
Bournemouth had them.
Fulham are better than Everton on paper.
Yeah, I'd have to go back through, but I'm pretty sure I picked Fulham, Everton, and Bournemouth.
Because with these relegation sides, in terms of the transfer window, it makes a huge difference.
I think
they could buy that one player that could let like.
I think personally,
interesting one.
I think they're better than first.
Agreed.
I think they're better than
I can't argue on that one.
Like plus as well, I've got a bit of like hatred towards them because obviously Dean Henderson's a complete clown. So obviously,
there's that. We'd address that one. So then we got Arsenal v Leicester.
Arsenal win that.
I'm going. If Vardy, his question is, does Vardy play?
I think even if Vardy plays, I think
Vardy likes scoring against them though, so that's the only issue I have. I'm going with Arsenal to win, but it's what do I think they'll win by? I think 3-1.
I think Saliba will ensure they keep a clean sheet against Vardy and Co. I think if you keep Vardy quiet and you keep Tenement quiet, then I think like Leicester don't really do nothing. Personally,
well, they threw away a 2-0 lead last week, so I reckon they'll score, but I reckon they'll lose. That's the only reason why I'm going 3-1. I think they'll score.
No, I think it's going to be 4-1. I think it's going to be 4-1. I think Jesus is going to get the score sheet. Last against Palace,
I think everyone but Jesus gets on the score sheet. I think there's too much. Yeah, you know what? I like Jesus because he works hard, but I think the issue with Jesus is I think Pep saw it. It's like Jesus needs he needs 101 chances to score. That's the issue.
Clinical.
He had a lot of chances I see, and then you really think about it. Like how many goals did he score? He only scored the 8 in the league, right? Last year, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's got. I think it's got like 4 in like 2 games. I remember that. Yeah,
right. And one of those games, he scored 4 goals.
Yeah. I think he'll do well. I can't lie. I think Arsenal he'll do well. I can't lie. I think it's going to be a 4-1 smashing.
I'm going 3-1 with Muller. 3-1.
Then we've got a game which I think could be probably a high-scoring game for some weird reason, and it's Brighton v Newcastle. I can see like a 3-2. And I'm going to edge that to Newcastle. Don't know why, but I have a feeling it's going to be a high-scoring game. And I think Newcastle are going to win 3-2. Both teams can create chances, and I don't think both teams show weaknesses in defence.
I'm going with a Newcastle win personally. I think it'll be 2-0 Newcastle. I think with Brighton, I think they love to play against United as well. For some odd reason, they'll create 101 chances against teams like Newcastle, but then don't score.
Yeah, that was like the story of last season.
Exactly. So I'm going 2-0 Newcastle.
I'll just go solid 2-2. I think it's going to be
2-2.
Yeah, 2-2, yeah.
Then we got Man City v Bournemouth. I'm going 4-0 City.
5-0.
4-0 City.
Listen, 6-0.
Do you know what?
6-0.
It's possible.
Haaland that trick.
Haaland with 4 goals.
This is a tough one, you know. This is a tough one.
Goals.
Do I triple captain him?
Mate, Haaland
Mate, that's what I'm thinking, you know.
It's tempting to triple captain him for that game.
Yeah.
So we're all in agreement.
Haaland in my team now. I'm calm. Oh yeah, I'm tough with the great.
I also put Nunes.
Big up.
You know what? I shot myself in the
foot. Nah, I'm not hearing it, bro.
And you know what's messed up? You know what's messed up?
You're top by a point.
I could have been winning that.
That will change.
I could have been top of the thing if I left Gabriel on my team and if I had left Ivan Toney on my team. I've got 15 points sitting on my bench. When I saw that, I felt like crying.
Do you know what's mad? I had Kulusevski up until that day, and I took him.
I took Ivan Toney out for Declan Rice. I was like,
why would you
do that?
What?
I don't know.
Why Declan Rice against Man City?
Because remember, I predicted it. I swear I predicted it. I predicted it to flipping West Ham. That's why. Remember? I predicted a West Ham 2-1.
You thought Declan Rice was going to be a bit, right? But yeah.
I just thought he would be all right. I just didn't see that Man City team because they didn't really click as well as I thought they would have in the first game. But like I say, Haaland saved the day.
They're only going to get better.
So I'm not going to complain. No, they will. But that's the only reason why I was backing them to lose the first game. Then we got Southampton v Leeds. And this
I'm going with Southampton win.
I'm going a 1-1 draw.
I'm going with Southampton win 2-1. 2-1.
I'm gonna have to back down on that one. Yeah, 2-1.
You just know Leeds are going to concede. You just know Leeds are going to concede chances. Like, you just know.
And Southampton are definitely going to concede chances. It's Southampton we're talking about.
Yeah, but you know what it is. Southampton, they're a mad team. You know, like they'll concede chances, but then they can just nick it. Yeah, with James Ward-Prowse.
No, they can.
They just do bits. It's mad.
Ward-Prowse, for me, I think he's going to have a good season. I think slowly
he could end up in the last team for the
over the last 3 years.
He should be in the squad easily.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. He should be in the squad. He's been picking up, like to be fair, like outside of a lot of the top 6 teams, he's been going under the radar. But for the last 3 seasons, he's been getting better and better and better. Last season, I think he
just sails under that radar and got recognition last season because he did get some caps. So, like I say, it could continue.
I'd have him. He's captain, isn't it, of Southampton? I think.
Yeah.
I'll bring him in.
Then we got Wolves v Fulham. Well, Mitrovic is already halfway to his last Premier League goals tally, so that's a bonus in itself.
I'm going with Wolves. I think Wolves will have too much.
I think Fulham 2-1.
I'm going Wolves.
I think they're a bit weak defensive. No, you know what?
I'm going Wolves 3-0.
I got Fulham. 2. I got Fulham. 2-1.
No, 2-1.
Fulham are away. They don't perform.
They're away, yeah.
Oh, they're away.
Yeah, they're gonna get spanked. If they don't get spanked, I'll be shocked.
I don't know. Because
the way
Cody's now gone.
The he's dead anyway.
Yeah, no, but he's usually their starter at centre back. I don't know. I just think
I think Pedro Neto would do bits.
You know what?
In that game? Neto was on
I
fire.
agree with Dan.
Neto was on fire last week. Even though, like, I don't think he didn't score last week, but he was doing bits. He was just doing all sorts of stuff. I was just like, yo, like, I might have to slide him into my team still because he's gonna explode at any minute. And when he does, I'm telling you, Pedro Neto and they still got Neves as well. They're gonna, I think they'll have too much for them.
Possibly.
He's already
okay. So I've gone 2-1. You lot are going what?
I got 2-1.
Dan, was you 3-0?
Yeah, 3-0. Yeah.
Was you 3-0? All right, cool. Then the next game is Saturday Night Football. It's Brentford v United. Now this is an interesting game because it depends. For me, it depends on the United starting lineup. Yeah, and I'm gonna base my starting lineup on Ronaldo starting. With Ronaldo starting, I'm seeing a 2-0 United win. I don't. Nah, you know what? I find it.
Do you know what? Actually, you know what?
I think Ivan Toney's going to score.
Yeah, I agree.
3-1 United.
You know, it depends on the team because obviously, for me,
Fred and McTominay start.
Mate, stop dragging Fred into the madness there. When Fred played at Brentford last year, your man batted up the team, no? Yes. So anyhow, yeah. Right? It's McTominay which is the problem. Like if McTominay starts,
I said it beat you in the first time you saw them.
Did they beat us? We beat them home and away.
I think they was leading, and then I think
we was the early top 6 team to beat them home and away, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, so, yeah, because Chelsea got battered. Yeah.
So anyhow, I believe we'll win. I think it's going to be 3-1 to United. Yeah, I think it'll be 3-1.
I think United will steal that one.
I think as long as we play the place we should be playing, as long as McTominay and Maguire don't play, we'll get the victory. But if they play, mate, I'm just being real. If they play, then I can see a madness happening. I just don't like.
And what's your score prediction, OTC?
Do you know what? I know this might sound mad, but I'm gonna go 4-1 United.
Oh, 4-1 United. I didn't see that one coming, if I'm being honest. I thought you was going to swing it to Brentford.
No, because you know why? Their last 30 minutes against who's the last team? Brighton, was actually fairly good when they brought in some subs. And I think Ten Hag will look at that. I think, you know what, let me double down on this. He's not like Ollie. He's not Brady.
The subs kind of thing. I think the subs did change a lot of that game and could have been different. Then the next game is the Lingard Derby, and it's Forest v West Ham. And
so wait, what's it? You just say call it the Lingard Derby?
Yeah, pretty much, innit? Both wanted Lingard, innit? He ended up with Forest. So, you know.
I like Lingard. I like Lingard. I can't lie. Do you like Lingard, Dan?
Lingard's a good player. His issue is his application. I think Forest will win, though.
I'm more inclined to go with Forest than I am West Ham because in that City game, West Ham just didn't seem to really create any clear-cut chances where you'd think, like they had moments, but nothing I would say where I was like, oh.
I think Forest will win just because they're at home and they're gonna put pressure.
I think it's their first home game, you know. So I think a 1-0 Forest.
First home game in the league for donkey's years, mate. That crowd.
I think it's a 1-0 Forest. It's gonna go crazy.
That crowd's.
I'm already trying to go there when we play there at the ground. Yeah, I think that's our last game before the World Cup break.
Okay.
For me, 1-0 Forest.
1-0 Forest.
I think the home crowd advantage.
I'm going 2-0 Forest. I think Lingard's gonna do bits for some reason.
No, I think Lingard's going to be probably one to score the goal. That's what's going to make it mad.
Yeah.
Now, the big one, OTC. Chelsea v Spurs. And I don't see anything other than a 3-1 Spurs.
Put it this way, Dad.
if you don't sign a striker before then, there's potential.
Spurs,
I think they're gonna break that little voodoo that they don't win at the bridge.
Muller, there's one team, that I'm most confident in beating, even when we're rubbish. Muller, we could be in relegation battle and they'd be fighting for title.
I know,
and I'll still be confident. It's Tottenham, But even if Antonio Conte, they came to us. I think we played them 3 times last season in January or February. One time, I think we were in the League Cup twice. We played them in the league. We beat them 3 times in a row, and we didn't even have any win. They were playing Antonio Conte. They were really picking up form, and we beat them 3-0. I'm telling you.
No, I think it's changing, man.
I heard that, but the issue you have is that 1, you don't have a striker, and 2, Spurs have improved. As long as, like, obviously the improvement.
No, I get where he's coming from though, because normally I would say I would have probably backed Chelsea to beat them based on the record, but I just think
they don't have a striker.
I think now, like I say, there's too many things that kind of go against you lot.
Like
playing
against Everton with no striker and playing against Tottenham, who are clearly gonna play. They're gonna play 3 at the back. So
I'd rather play Tottenham than play Everton.
So your issues are gonna be you're gonna have the likes of Sterling and them man trying to do bits in the middle, which ain't gonna work because they're gonna get out muscled. So at that point, you're gonna rely on out wide, and obviously they're gonna match you man for man. How do Chelsea break it down without having a striker?
I'm telling you, there is one team I'm most confident in beating. I'm not saying we're guaranteed to beat them, but out of 19 other teams in the league, who would I rather face at home every week and potentially get 3 points? It will be Spurs.
Chelsea.
That team.
Spurs.
Spurs, I can't lie. There's times when they were on form. There were times that we were losing like 4 or 5 games on the Frank Lampard or losing on the Antonio Conte and Jose were intent, whatever it is. As soon as we come across them, man, bruv, 3 points straight. Yeah, I'm telling you.
I'm back in history to change now.
I've got Tottenham for this one. Now, I think just because of your defense,
Tottenham 3-1.
Just because of your defense, I'll give you a chance to scrape something. But I think with Son and Kane, the way they play, like, and obviously your defense has got experience. Your defense has got experience, but I don't think they're not going to handle Son's pace.
I know what you guys are talking about. Look, for me, I have Tottenham finished
as well. Me.
Absolutely, I agree. No. When we played them last season, they had Kulusevski, and we still beat them 3-0. We slapped them.
Do you think Chilwell, who, let's be real, he's had 1 preseason game, 1 game against Everton, right? So how fit is he? Is he going to handle?
It doesn't matter. We beat them with Alonso. Alonso's the worst player. We beat them with Alonso. I'm telling you, Dan, this Tottenham and Chelsea, like I'm telling you, we go there, we could go there with half of our squad injured, and I promise you, we may even still get a result there. That's how our record is with them. Like for me, if we can't, I was more worried about Everton than I am with Tottenham. That's how bad it is. But for me,
personally, I hear what you're saying, but Kulusevski right now, since he's gone to Tottenham, I think he's got the most assists in the league, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And right now, he's going up against a man who's clearly not fit in Chilwell. Like, do you really trust Chilwell not to get exposed? Considering, he has a lapse of concentration, just like Luke Shaw once in a while. Do you think it's not going to happen? I think it does happen, personally.
I think that's unfair on Chilwell. I think
he's not fit. We can't.
I agree. He's not fully fit.
And he's going up against a guy who's got the most amount of assists in the league since January. Mind you, when we say January, he started at the back end of January. Like, you think he's not going to get toasted? He's going to get toasted.
It don't matter. Do you know why it doesn't matter? This is Spurs. Dan, I don't think this is Spurs here. It's a
so what's your prediction?
Mate, I fully understand what you're saying. Like, I fully understand. Like,
I think, bro. I
don't know. Like, for me, when you got Kulusevski on the form he's on, you got Son on the form he's on, and then you got Harry Kane doing what he does best. Your defense, are not going to be able to pick up those 3 guys because Kane's not gonna sit there and be playing against your centre backs. Man's going to be dropping away from them and then just picking passes for the guys to run in. And none of your centre backs, besides Koulibaly, who can't turn, he can run but he can't turn. Other than him with pace, no one else has got pace. So at that point, you're how are you supposed to keep up with them? I'm just trying to understand how your team is supposed to defend against that, and then they still got Richarlison to come off the bench. How are you defending against that? How are you defending against it?
So, what's your prediction, OTC?
I'm just trying to understand.
2-0, bro.
You're 2-0. Well, I'm 3-1. I'm 3-1. I'm 3-1 Tottenham.
Just because your defense has got experience, a lot of experience, I'll go 2-1 Spurs. I don't see Chelsea winning.
Oh, good. And then the final game, which is Monday night, is Liverpool Palace.
7-1. Sorry, Bull.
That's not
7-1.
That's not happening. That's not happening.
Okay.
If Fulham can give that defense problems, and we've got a more frightening in terms of speed. If that Liverpool turns up, providing we try to shoot, I think we'd beat Liverpool. But because it's their first home game.
Mo, I'm sorry. I mean, you know the reality. The writers on the wall. You know it. It's about to be another slap. This slap is going to be a tough one.
I'll go 5-2 Liverpool. I think Liverpool. I know. I think Palace will score goals, but I think Liverpool.
I'm going 2-2. I'm just not backing my team to lose, so I will never back my team to lose. So I'm going 2-2.
5-2. Just because, like the way Klopp is, and obviously, Mother, you watch a lot of German football like myself. You know how Klopp is already. Klopp's not going to sit there and have his team draw the first game, and then there's not going to be a reaction. We know there's going to be a reaction. We know this. It's just a case of how your team sets up. If your team comes out to obviously to attack Liverpool, then you're going to concede goals, and then like you're going to score goals, but you'll concede more than what you score.
Sorry, then. All I'm saying is, you man are gonna get. I'm sorry. I think Liverpool might not have as good of a season as what everybody else is saying, but against Palace, do you know how we are?
That really scores against us ain't there no more, innit? So I'm calm.
No, that's
Money's
true.
not
That's
there.
true.
So
I hear that. I hear that.
I hate that guy when he comes playing us. That guy just scored against us for fun.
He's reckless. He's reckless.
I just feel that there's going to be a reaction, isn't it? Because let's be real, everyone would have put money on Liverpool.
I think there's going to be a reaction,
right?
But
everyone would have said that.
They're all. I don't know. It just depends on how their team line up. Because like I say, every bit of that Fulham game, they was out of their depth, and I think we can press better than Fulham. Like I'd say, going forward. Getting forward, we're better than Fulham. Finishing wise, if we had a Mitrovic type player, I would be a bit more confident in punishing them. And Van Dijk clearly don't look the same. Like G said, he was getting sent by Mitrovic, Van Dijk. But then it just seemed a bit weird because he is a good player, but he's also very slow. Did you see how he sent Van Dijk, and it was more than once Van Dijk got sent.
I don't actually think, you know what? I don't actually think Mitrovic is. I don't think Mitrovic is actually a slow player. He looks slow. He's one of the players that looks slow. I don't think it's actually slow.
He is slow. He can't run away.
Did you see when he ran at them in the second half? And then he held the ball up in the end. I was surprised that Van Dijk even allowed himself to get sucked in.
He can't run. Mitrovic cannot run away from players, but yet he was running away from Van Dijk. You do the maths.
I'm saying if all of the footballers took a race, Mitrovic would be like, I'm telling you, he'll be like,
I think he'd be midfield in the middle of the pack. I don't think he's the slowest, but he's definitely not the quickest.
No, not the slowest.
You know what it is?
Wait.
He reminds me of Van Nistelrooy in terms of pace. Like he has no right to be running at you. No.
That's mate. That's an insult to Van Nistelrooy. You talking about Van Nistelrooy's clearly got more pace than Mitrovic. Mitrovic is slow.
Big man, I remember the Van Nistelrooy goal against Fulham from like when he ran from like the halfway line. My man looked slow as hell. It was.
Yeah, because he was too busy concentrating on his dribbling. He's not slow. Like obviously,
them man are focusing on something else that they don't actually do.
Yeah, but Mitrovic can't. He's not fast. He's slow. He's actually slow.
No, I'm not saying he's fast. I'm just saying watching him run at players kind of reminds me of Van Nistelrooy. It's a side that you shouldn't be seeing.
No, Mitchell.
He's a bit awkward. I know he's awkward, but I genuinely don't think he's in terms of speed, I don't think he's slow.
He is slow. Mate. I'll beat him in a race with my eyes closed.
Yeah, but like you're athletic, bro. That's another story. Nah.
Like listen, like he's
powder jabs, like it's you know what I'm saying, bro. Like
he's slow.
But all right, fair enough. Maybe I'm bugging.
He's
I think
super slow.
Well, all I know is I'm gonna have Monday Night Smoke in my ear, and I'm watching the game, and I know, it's gonna be a tough watch.
Yeah,
I'm not.
You know what? Don't expect anything. I think we'll kind of flop this season, but not against Palace.
Big man, like I told you, from our first 7 games, I reckon we'll get 4 or 5 points, and I'd be happy with that. With the start that we have, I'm not even mad at 4 or 5 points. Any of the big teams that we play, the so-called Big Six, if we get points off them, I'm happy to take them. They're in these first 7 games. They're the games.
Are you favored United?
But
you got United?
We got Man United the day after Shields and Marshall, so you know.
You
get a result there. You'll get a result there.
You'll get a result, man, because for some reason I've got a feeling McTominay and Maguire will still be playing, and you get something. Because I don't think.
Mind you, we have City at some point as well, and you know City.
No, City will
shut them out.
Listen, I'm telling you now.
One second. Yeah, Haaland's there, but we're the only team to stop them twice last season, innit? So we know how to stop that team whilst maintain and sustain.
Did they have Haaland?
Yeah, but they had a lot more better players than us. They had a lot more better players than us.
Yeah, but they didn't have Haaland. I'm telling you, this is what I was
They didn't have Haaland. Here's my thing. Man will clean Haaland out, innit?
Oh, fair enough.
I'm telling you, I was on the fence of Haaland.
This is what I was telling G, and I think I was telling you OTC as well. Haaland is gonna come into this league and he's gonna bag so many goals as unreal. Everyone's gonna be a victim, including my team.
I was with you, but the problem is that I didn't think that it would be this soon. I thought it was going to be a little bit of an embedded period. But the fact that you've done it soon, you know what? I can't lie. On Monday, as soon as I saw the result against West Ham, bro, I put him straight in my face.
Mate, there's no betting in pay for this guy. There's no betting in pay.
I'm not gonna lie, I got him at Nunes.
This guy.
No. I had Kane stopped beating Chelsea, so
same here.
I ain't gonna lie, I had him and Nunes because I just had a feeling him and Nunes, for all the criticism they got, I just had a feeling they'd come in and do decent. Nunes.
I got
one
Nunes.
second, let me just end this one quickly. We can continue.